Hi, my name is Elizabeth. Welcome to my channel. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about moving plants from my allotment and bringing them home to my new house, my new garden. This is week 6 since I've moved in here, and I'm slowly going to be giving up the allotment. So I'm going to start with taking out any plants that can come here before removing any raised beds, tarpaulin, that type of thing from the allotment, and then handing it over. So I'll be bringing home plants that I can and tidying up a bit more of the garden, give you a little update on that. And I've also got a sofa being delivered this week, which is very exciting because I've had nothing to sit on for the last 6 weeks. And then we're going to have a really quick chat about the crafts that I really enjoy doing at the moment as well, and showing you where I am with some of that. So I hope you enjoy. I've just been down to my allotment, or I'm at my allotment, rescuing plants that are going to go into my garden at home because I'm going to give up the allotment because it's too far away for me to keep going backwards and forwards. So this is one of my current bushes. Need to get it home, get it in the ground. I'm not sure where I'm going to put all these things because I'm not really 100% sure what's already in the garden. There's lots of stuff, but I don't know what they are. So I need to work it all out and take all these plants back home with me. So these are the items that I've brought back. I've got a rosemary in here and some sort of flowering plant. Can't remember the name of that. This very large peony. I'm wondering if I should maybe put that in the front garden. There's a big bare patch that I think that could go in and look really nice. And I've got 2 different currants. I've got a black currant and a red currant. And I've also got a rose. And in this bag I have grabbed hold of some strawberry plants and another flowering plant that I can't remember what it is. But yeah, part of me now is thinking maybe the peony should go in the front garden. I also have this really gorgeous rose that my friend has got me as a welcome home gift. It's really nice, David Austin. I'm wondering maybe that should go in the front garden. I've never had a front garden to plant things in before, so I'm not too sure what to do. What I think I'm going to do first is tackle the very overgrown raspberry shrub and tie it back, because I think there's going to be space down here to possibly plant my currants and keep this as like a little edible growing area. I've popped the 2 currant bushes in here. I need to neaten this area up a bit, but for the moment I think that'll do quite nicely. I've also got the herb garden that I've been tidying up, and I've popped the rosemary in the back there because that will get quite tall. So we'll have tall ones at the back and the short ones at the front. Okay, my plan is to remove this clematis and the hanging basket. Clematis is not looking too good. The leaves are looking quite diseased. It doesn't look like it's been loved, and it's in a pot as well. So I'm going to plant the rose there instead and let that trail up the trellis. I think I'm going to remove this little shrub thing. I'm not a fan of it. I'm just going to let it go. And then I'm going to put the peony down here and another one of the plants that I rescued from the allotment. Well, I have planted in the peony and then the 2 little other plants I took from the allotment. Now this peony has always grown flowers like that, but they have never opened, and I've had it for 2 years already. So if this peony doesn't survive, I'm not too precious about it because it's never actually flowered. It's a big, sizable plant, but I've never had any flowers on it. The other 2, if they survive, they survive. Turns out that there is a slab directly underneath this, so I can't plant the rose directly in there. So I'm going to have to get a pot, quite a large pot, to sit there and then plant the rose into it for the rose to grow up. So I've now got the rose all potted up. It's called Phyllis Bide, which is a David Austin one, and it should have some nice apricot-y pink coloured roses, hopefully in the summer. I've got some old chicken feed bags I'm going to try and fill up with the rubbish that's in here that we're going to then carry through the house, because there's obviously no exit because of the river, so it has to go through the house. So filling these up today. This is what the compost heap is now looking like. there was less general rubbish in there than I expected and more compost. So I've been bagging the compost up over there because I am going to use that for some raised beds later. But I'm slowly getting this down. So next week I will continue bagging this up and hopefully this whole thing can go and then we can start dismantling the shed behind it. But I've also been moving pots and bits and pieces around. I also came across these. These were just full of weeds and the odd potato, so I think they were used to grow potatoes in, which isn't a bad idea. So I might do that again next year. But for now they can they can house compost. Sofa has been delivered. I'm hoping it's going to fit in that or against that wall. Okay, so I have found the feet and the instructions, finally. I'm going to sit and have a read of these. I'm trying to be organised and actually follow the instructions by laying everything out, getting everything ready. So I think the front legs go on first, then the back ones. I think that's it when it comes to fitting this. I don't think anything else I need to do other than pop the cushions on. There is a sofa. I just need to tidy up the rest of the room now. Okay, the cushions are going to be changing. I'm going to buy some fabric and update the cushions. I had quite a modern flat, hence the quite modern cushions. Although they don't look terrible, I have to say. But I want to get a fabric that I can match with the window seat as well. But I also have this, which is a nice blanket that I'm going to put over the side of it. I actually made this many years ago. It's all quilted and it's got really gorgeous colours and patterns on it, and I'm really happy I can finally get it out and use it. Now, I'm someone that is an avid crafter and I always tend to have multiple crafts going at any one time. And now that the main parts of the house are livable, in the evenings when my daughter's asleep, I can actually take a little bit of time, 45 minutes, an hour to myself, and actually do some of my crafting. So I thought I'd quickly show you what I have got going at the moment. So my first one is a cardigan. This is a lacework cardigan. It's the first time I've ever done lacework, and I think it will probably be the last. I can't say I've enjoyed this cardigan, but I'm just on one of the sleeves now. This is the pattern. I'm very pleased with how it's come out. I think it looks really nice and the colour's lovely, but it hasn't been pleasurable to make. So the sooner it's finished, the better. I'm umming and ahhing over the sleeves, whether I should just do little capped sleeves as it currently is and have it as a short cap sleeved cardigan, which I think I might end up doing. So got that one to finish off. It's not one that I automatically go and pick up though, that's the only issue. Alongside that, I have got some embroidery. That's what I'm working on at the moment. So I've done this flower and half of the white of this one, and the blue I've also done as well. So get that done. And then today my mum gave me this cross stitch, which she has started. So she's done the little flowers so far and she doesn't want to do it anymore. And that was probably years ago that she did that. So I'm going to take this on because I love a cross stitch. I love a cross stitch. I have got lots of flower fairy cross stitches which I have completed, which will go up in the house. Not too sure where yet, but they will have a home. And this one will go in my daughter's bedroom because she's got hedgehogs on her wallpaper. So I think it's really cute. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this because I do love a cross stitch. So those are my 3 that I've got going at the moment. I've got some other embroidery that I would really like to do that I've got from a book. And I would also really like to make some socks this year. I also want to make some mittens. I found some mitten patterns, and there are also the sailor shoes, sailor slippers, the pattern that I've seen online that I would also really like to make. I think I'm going to make a bunch of those for my friends' children. So they're like slippers that are really big, and then you felt them in the washing machine and shrink them down. So I think they'll be really fun to make in lots of fun, bright colours for my daughter and for her friends. There's my crafting plans for this year. So we'll see how far I get, but I really want to finish this. It's a cardigan, but it's just not my favourite to pick up. So the sooner it's finished, the better.